Here now with Cape Breton West Islanders captain Jacob Hudson. I guess first off, Jacob, congrats on pretty impressive, pretty incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Pretty speechless over the week. Not much to say about it. It's just an all-around great feeling.
I think coming into that championship game, despite the fact that you guys beat that team from Quebec in the opening in the round robin, some people looked at you guys as an underdog heading in. Did you ever feel that way?
Not really. Obviously, coming from Atlantic, it's smaller places, so obviously you're going to be looked at as the underdog. But no, we just wanted to play our game, and we knew that we had a real good shot at this tournament, and we went and surprised some teams, and we ended up winning it.
It's a pretty high-scoring first period there. I mean, what did you think of the way that game started yesterday?
It was crazy. I don't think anyone expected it to have that much of an offensive start, but it did. And Quebec, they have a pretty offensive team, and they came out on top with a 4-2 lead. And we came in the room, and we knew we had to match their game, and we did just that. And we waited, and we stuck with our guns, and we got our chances, and we popped them in the net, and we ended up winning in overtime. It's a great feeling.
Yes, I mean, yeah. Just watching that puck go in, Logan's second goal of the game there. I mean, what were you feeling at that point?
Geez, my mind just went blank. We were champions. It's a great feeling. All the work that we've done all year, and as a team, and it finally paid off, and being the first Atlantic team to ever win it, it's something special, and I'm proud that we got the job done.
One Saturday as well, another pretty big moment for you, pretty big honor. Named MVP of the TELUS Cup. I mean, just being the recipient of that award. I mean, what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. All the stuff I've done this season, try to get better, and I got recognized for it, and it's a great feeling to be noticed for that.
Absolutely, Jacob. Again, congrats on a great year.
Thank you very much.
And we're here now with Logan Chisolm, the guy who scored that TELUS Cup-winning goal yesterday. Logan, I mean, walk us through that one, if you will.
Well, it came in the zone. Logan Timmons had the puck coming in. He threw a pass across ice to Jacob Hudson. I just made myself open in the slot. He made a beautiful pass to me, and I just tried throwing it on net and found the back of the net.
And just, I mean, seeing that puck go in. I mean, what were you feeling at that moment?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, mine just went blank, and just thinking about it, we won the TELUS Cup. It was pretty crazy.
That goal, biggest of your career, I can assume, but had another pretty big goal to send that one to overtime. So I mean, that goal, maybe the same question. I mean, what do you remember about it, and what were you feeling when that one went in?
I just remember, I think it was Kyle MacDonald threw the puck on net, and that was just the right spot at the right time. Just the puck was sitting right there for me. I tapped her in.
It's again incredible. So I guess this season, this Islanders team, first provincial championship, first Atlantic championship, and now the first ever team from Atlantic Canada to win the National Midget Championship. I mean, what does that mean to be a part of a team like that?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, I think we all knew coming in we had a pretty good roster coming in, but I don't think we expected to take it this far. So it's pretty incredible that we did this for the first like everything for our organization.
And I guess just kind of looking around that room, I mean, what was it about your team that just made that group so special?
We had our whole room's full of high character guys, and just a great group of guys to be around, from coaching staff right down through the staff and everything. Just a great team to be around all year.
Logan, congrats again on the win, and I'm sure they'll have a little celebration for you when you get back home.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
You're here now with Brian McGinnis, team president of the Cape Breton West Islanders. So, Brian, your first provincial championship, first Atlantic championship, and first national championship now as well. What does that sound like?
It just sounds absolutely fantastic, and you know, it's still, I'm not sure if it all has sunk in yet what these boys have accomplished. When you look across the country and you see all the big cities and big areas, and teams have won it 4 and 5 times for, you know, 20 guys from all the different little rural communities across Cape Breton and Antigonish and Guysborough. It's fantastic what they did.
Talk about that small community. Obviously, guys didn't have exactly a lot of players showing up at the tryout before this season started.
Well, we usually, if we get 40 out, that's a pretty good number, but it's quality, not quantity, as this team showed.
Absolutely. Now, the last few minutes of that game, obviously, for us watching at home, pretty intense, especially when the team was down 4-2. Pretty tense there. What was it like being there?
You know, I was just trying to stay as calm as I possibly could, but you know, you couldn't help but get excited when on goal number 3 in the third period when Stephen Fox buried that one, and then of course when Logan batted in the tying goal. You know, we knew we had a chance, and going into overtime anything can happen, and you know, they broke into the zone there and Logan got a shot away and the red light came on and everything just went crazy.
I guess for, you know, somebody like yourself who's been around this team for a long time, I mean, seeing where this program's come from, I mean, what does this mean to you?
It means a tremendous amount that the program is going so well, and you know, this is it's not all about wins, but winning is a great measuring stick, and these guys worked hard and they deserve what they've accomplished.
We'd perhaps be remiss here if we didn't mention your brother, of course, Al McGinnis, probably one of the few guys from the area who had actually played in that national midget championship, you know, in the past. Any advice from Al before you guys went off to Prince George?
Well, he just was tweeting all the time, just you know, small towns, big dreams, and you can do it, and you know, go for it, don't look back. And he was excited as anybody when we won.
You're now with Kyle MacDonald, head coach of the Cape Breton West Islanders. I guess first off, Kyle, congrats on the big win.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Now, you mentioned when we were talking the other day that you had some pretty high expectations for the team coming into this event, but did you ever think this was possible?
It's hard to say. Yeah, no, we definitely had high expectations coming in, and we really, within the room, we believed in one another, and you know, we thought it was certainly a possibility, but it actually happening, and in the fashion that it did happen in overtime and coming from behind, I think it is pretty unbelievable. And
yeah, you guys you found yourselves in a little hole there a little early on, 4-2 for a bit of that game. I guess what was the mood like on the bench, trailing by a couple goals?
There definitely it was an emotional game, right? It means so much to these guys. It means the world to them, and so it's definitely an emotional game. But we have great leadership within the room, and they did an excellent job of keeping those emotions in check and trying to stay positive, right, and kind of enjoy that moment.
Now, it was, I think, for myself and for a lot of fans, I'm sure, back in the Cape Breton West area, pretty tense watching it. You look pretty relaxed on the bench, though. Were you as relaxed as you look?
I was probably putting on a little bit of more of a show there. No, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but like I said, we don't take ourselves too serious, and I think especially in a game like that, it's important to try to relax those players because they're young and they're on TSN, and you know, I thought that was the best approach, just to try to relax them as best we could.
I guess in particular, you know, after that, you know, I guess after Logan Chisholm, I suppose, he would have scored what might be his second biggest goal now of his career to send that game to overtime. Do you remember what you said to the guys on the bench, though, as you guys were heading off to that overtime period?
No, just a great opportunity, right? And it was just play your game and stay relaxed.
And I guess watching again Logan score that second goal, that game winner, you know, from the bench. I mean, what was that like for you?
Yeah, it was quite the moment, a memorable moment for sure. We just couldn't believe it that it went in. Didn't really see it go in. Last thing I remember was Jacob Hudson was handling the puck on the half wall there, and then the other Kyle and Willie were jumping on top of me. So it was very special.
Now, a team from Cape Breton West, before this season had never won, provincials, let alone an Atlantic championship and now a national championship. I mean, what is it about this group that makes them so special?
Yeah, I said will to win. I mean, they're a group, a high character group. I think if you spend any amount of time with them, you realize how respectful and how hardworking they are. So. Yeah, it's definitely a special group to come out of a tough league like Nova Scotia and then Atlantic Canada and beyond. So, great strong bonds, great group of friends. So, very thankful to be involved with them.
Maybe just finally here, it's pretty clear to us from some of the social media activity and, of course, the fans in the stands there that his team had a lot of support. Just having those fans back home cheering you guys along. What did that mean to the team and to yourself?
It was incredible. They created so much buzz around home, and I just found it was very motivating for us to be out there and on social media and everything. You check your phone, and it was nothing but support and positive comments, and we just felt we had nothing to lose either because they were so proud of us for being there. I mean, Atlantic Canada is small in terms of population on the national stage, but we're so small within Atlantic Canada. So we were very proud of what we've done, and to win it is just, it's amazing.
Here now with Colton Ellis, netminder between the pipes for the Cape Breton West Islanders yesterday. Colton, quite a 24 hours for you.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's such a surreal feeling after winning the TELUS Cup. It's something that you always dream about, and that's what we went out there to do. We wanted to be focused on the task in hand, going out there and not look up to any team, but just respect them and not take the trip for granted. So we just wanted to go out there and make the most of our trip.
We're talking with your coach, Kyle MacDonald, a little earlier. Obviously, kind of said the same thing. Had some pretty high expectations going in, but did you believe that this was possible?
Yeah, it's hard to say going up on a national stage like that, but we just wanted to all contribute the way we did and just hope for the best and work hard and see what it brought us.
Couple of four kind of quick goals there from Quebec in that first period on you yesterday, and just really locked it down after that. I mean, what was going through your head in the biggest game of your career?
Yeah, it was, like you said, the biggest game of career right there. So definitely wasn't the start I was looking forward to, but once I got settled in, things started going my way. I think like the start, there's a couple cup goals, a couple I'd like back. So, but just you have to move on after those and keep going on towards the game.
Made some, again, especially in those last few minutes there, that third period, some unbelievable saves. I think there's one on a breakaway that sticks out in a lot of people's minds. Just late in the game, were you feeling any pressure at that point? Because, again, judging from watching you on TV, you looked pretty relaxed.
Yeah, once I kind of just settled into the game, things started going my way, like I said before, and you started having fun with every second of the game, and you just start enjoying it and taking it all in, and that's definitely what made the experience a once in a lifetime.
Watching Logan Chisolm score that game winner in overtime, I mean, what were you feeling right then?
It was crazy. I didn't believe it. We were down 4-2 going into the third, and he just came up big. He scored that goal there for overtime. So it was crazy. It's crazy to think it actually happened. Being always dreaming of it to happen. So
the first ever provincial champions from Cape Breton West, first ever Atlantic champions, the first ever national champions now from Atlantic Canada. I mean, how does that sound?
It's crazy. It's been a crazy year. It's been a great ride. Just all the success we had together comes back to our hard work and everybody contributing throughout the year. So yeah, it was a great year, and everybody just, once you're having fun and you're working hard, everything just seems to go your way.
Well, Colton, congrats on the TELUS Cup, and go get some sleep.
Yeah, thank you very much.